Alright, let's take this to the store to get some coffee. Nothing like going to get coffee in a 500 horsepower Jeep. You can see how mild this LSA is. Idles very smooth, very low. Alright, you can see we're idling just over 500 RPM. Very mild engine. Turn our AC on. You'd be hard pressed to tell that this LSA has got a blower on it. It runs just like a 6.2. Just as mild, that is. You do hear a little bit of whine when you get on it. The exhaust in this Jeep is a little bit loud, but not bad at all when you're at cruise. Alright, let's try our cruise. We are in cruise now. Now, we had to hit cancel. We had to add some brake pedal position sensors to this build, and we were adding them to all of our new Gen 5 builds because that's what the operating system requires. It's very important that these be set up properly for safety. In most modern vehicles, you have two brake sensor switch inputs. And in this case, there's two brake pedal position sensor inputs. What that means is you have sensors that tell the computers not only that the brake is applied, but how much it's applied. That way it can apply compression braking if you're going down a hill, or if you're torque braking it off the line, it will know that. And it's very important that you have redundant signals. That means brake switch signals going into two independent modules. That way if one fails, the other one will pick it up and it'll inhibit cruise and you won't have a throttle runaway. In the early days, we experimented with bypassing the BCM, and it just turned out that without the redundant sensors, there's a liability there. So it's important that you have at least two separate modules monitoring brake sensor input so you don't have a throttle runaway. This LSA is very responsive. Yet it's still very mild. This LSA still needs some work. The cage has got to come out. I still think I'd like to see the exhaust changed up a little, the suspension tuned. But overall, it runs great, and it's come a long, long way over the years, and it's been a lot of work because this build has basically been done several times over. And this LSA doesn't mind being in traffic. It's not like a 480 or a 525 horse where you get rump, 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 rump. As you can see, we're idling just over 500 RPM. Air conditioning on. We got our cruise control. It's a Cadillac. The motor's very civilized. We got our speedometer working. We had to add a couple of wheel speed sensors. A lot of extra work on this build. Brake lines, steering, chassis, wiring. But it actually drives pretty good. Like I say, I'm not 100% happy with the exhaust, and there's going to be some interior work. I took it out to the mountains. It did great. Got an Atlas 2-speed in this one. 6L90 transmission. 2011 or 12 Cadillac LSA engine, I don't remember which. This is running our early dual fan setup. We have better setups now, but so far it's been running cool, so we haven't changed it out. I would like to see it upgraded eventually to, we're actually running some Camaro SS fans, which are extremely powerful, with 19-inch blades, and we're driving them off the GM side, so we have proper control of pressure and temperature. We can do the same thing with a Pentastar fan. That was actually Mitch in that Camaro. That's an 8-speed Camaro.